Have it handy, though.
I have it.
Have it in your hot little hand right there.
In case things get slow, I'll show my immigration papers.
Well, it's too late for that. My first guest tonight is a fighter. Now, this was an exciting night. I forget exactly when this fight was. When was this fight, the big fight? There it is, right there. Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler from Las Vegas. Thank you. His lifetime record is 34-1, 24 knockouts. So this was in April, and this was one of the greatest comebacks in boxing history when he defeated Marvin Hagler for the middleweight championship. Folks, please welcome back to the show, Sugar Ray Leonard. Ray, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Have a seat. How you doing?
I feel great now.
Yeah, you should feel great. You're probably about the happiest guy in the world these days, huh?
No, school just started for my kids, so...
So you miss your kids to go back to school?
Well, little Ray, well, it's not little anymore. In fact, I have to say this. These are my son's shoes, I swear to God.
Is that right?
I swear, he's 13 years old, he's in the 9th grade, and I put on these shoes yesterday. And I said, kind of snug. And when I got here to New York, I called home because I noticed that these were not my shoes.
Right.
And Ray got on the phone, he said, Dad, you have my shoes on. So time does...
Because I think the last time a lot of people got a look at your son, he was with you in some 7-Up deal, 7-Up version, just a little bitty kid.
Well, he was only 5 years old
Yeah,
at the time, but...
yeah. So now you were retired, you had the problem with your eye, that was fixed, you retired, you came back, you retired again, and then you decided you wanted to fight Marvin Hagler, and you went into training and you figured out a way to defeat the guy. Were you surprised that it worked as well as it worked?
No, as a matter of fact, I had watched Hagler through the years, and I've been quite analytical of Marvin Hagler's performance. I watch him, I watch how sensitive and how insecure, and his temperament. I had the pleasure of having dinner with he and his wife, and
his wife is
Bertha.
Right, Bertha.
Nice lady. Yeah, but he indicated to me that he was on the verge of retirement, that he had contemplated retirement. So I could relate to that because I had, retired a number of times. So I said, it's now or never.
Yeah.
But I tell you, Dave, I was very, I don't know, I contemplated, said, well, maybe I shouldn't tell the public I want to fight again. It's like I asked my mother and father, can I go to the store?
Yeah.
So I said, I must do it now. I'm 30 years old and time is against me.
It also represented a huge payday for both of you.
It wouldn't pay that much.
I'm sorry? What didn't pay that much?
But when you look at taxes, Dave,
how much did you make, Ray?
13, give or take $1 million.
Okay, so you made $13 million. How much of that goes in taxes?
A few dollars. I mean, really.
So they take half of that in taxes?
I'm not going to disclose all this on television. No, I give a lot.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you only made $7 million. I'm sorry, Ray. I spoke too soon.
Okay, thanks, Dave. But I did okay. You
did okay. And Marvin did all right. Now, have you talked to Marvin since that night in April?
I've changed my number. We're associates. We're like...
You're businessmen.
Businessmen.
Right.
Who had a tendency to bump shoulders every now and then. But he doesn't call me up on my birthday and say happy birthday.
Yeah.
We're not that kind of friend.
Now, I read a piece, it was a profile about you and a profile about Marvin Hagler, and the piece indicated that Marvin, when he signed to fight a guy, that person from that day on was an enemy. And did you get the feeling that he is treating you that way?
Well, that was part of my psychology, the psychological warfare, because I've never seen anything derogatory about Marvin. I swear. I always said, this guy here, he's a swell guy, he's my buddy. I never said anything that would make him mad.
Yeah, good idea, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it worked. And he didn't understand that. Because a lot of times he would look at me and he'd say, what is this guy up to? But I never see anything nasty about him.
Yeah.
And I think I never see anything nasty about anybody.
Was there ever a point when, after the fight, that you felt sorry for Marvin?
No.
Not at all.
Yeah. But I don't mean to be sound, cruel, but it was either him or me.
Yeah.
I mean, my son was ridiculed, during the promotional tour and while I was in training because some of his buddies, some of the school chums would say, "Your father's gonna get his block knocked off."
Yeah.
And Ray would come home and he'd say, "Daddy, like Robert said something about you," and I said, "What did you say?" He said, I said, "Put your money where your mouth is."
Yeah. So he encouraged betting for the kids. That's good.
No,
Give up the lunch money.
No, I just say, Ray,
Like $7 million isn't enough, huh? It was great fun to watch that night, and one of the great nights in modern day sports, I would think. And we'll talk about other things. We got to do a commercial. We'll be back here with Ray. Well,